United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres arrived in Kathmandu at 1 a.m. and is to address both houses of the parliament on the 31st of October. Guterres is to visit Patan Darbar Square, Sangboche of Solukhumbu, Annapurna Circuit and Lumbini. Also in this edition of Kantipur News, we have updates from the ongoing Israel-Hamas conflict and the ICC Men's One-Day International Cricket World Cup. Good morning, I am Prarambha Dahal. Let's begin with the main stories. United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres arrives in Kathmandu for a 4-day visit to hold high-level talks with President Paudel and Prime Minister Dahal today. UN Secretary-General's Nepal visit to focus on climate change, peace process and economic development goals. Experts suggest taking the visit as an opportunity. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Israel's ground operation in Gaza marks the second stage of a long and difficult war with Hamas. Goal of the state to destroy Hamas and return hostages. And hosts India take on defending champions England at the ICC Men's One-Day International Cricket World Cup today. England aiming to stun the in-form Indian side. United Nations Chief Antonio Guterres has arrived Kathmandu last night at 1 a.m. in a Qatar Airlines flight. Minister for Foreign Affairs NP South had reached the airport to receive the UN Secretary-General. The United Nations has said, among several agendas, Guterres is in Nepal to take stock of the impacts of climate change as part of the UN's preparation for the nearing COP28 event to be held in Dubai between November 30 to December 12. Guterres' programs during his stay will be to show solidarity to a country like Nepal that has been struggling to cope with the impacts of climate change. He will also meet with the families that have been directly affected by climate crisis. Prime Minister Prarambha Dahal had extended Guterres an invitation to visit Nepal during the former's New York visit back in September to attend the 78th UN General Assembly. The UN chief will hold a meeting with Minister for Foreign Affairs NP South in the afternoon today, followed by separate meetings with Prime Minister Dahal and President Ramchandra Paudel. Guterres will then attend a joint meeting with former Prime Ministers. Later, he will visit the Patan Darbar Square in Lalitpur and then attend a dinner program hosted by the Prime Minister. On Monday, Guterres will reach Solukhumbu Sangboche to take stock of the impacts of climate change. After the trip, he will return to Kathmandu to attend a program by the UN House in Lalitpur before flying to Pokhara. On Tuesday, the UN chief will take a Annapurna Circuit trip and then hold a press conference in Pokhara. After the press meet, Guterres will head for Lumbini, the birthplace of Gautam Buddha. The same day, he will return to the capital to address a joint session of both houses of the federal parliament. He will then hold a press conference in the parliament premises. Guterres will conclude his 4-day trip to Nepal on Wednesday and head for London. The Prime Minister Prarambha Dahal has said that Nepal visit of UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres will be focused on climate change, peace process and economic development goals. Prime Minister Dahal has said that Guterres' visit would enhance Nepal's prestige in the international community.
पुरै उहाँको भ्रमण छ र चाहिँ कार्यक्रम चाहिँ एउटा त जलवायु परिवर्तन सम्बन्धी उहाँले सम्बोधन गर्नुहुन्छ, शान्ति प्रक्रिया सम्बन्धी पनि र नेपालको आर्थिक विकासको लक्ष्य बारे पनि एसडीजी एलडीसी किनकि यो पटक हामी एलडीसी को चेयरमैन को हैसियतले मैले संयुक्त राष्ट्र संघको महासभामा एसडीजी समिटमा एलडीसी का समिटहरुमा गम्भीर ढंगले नै कुरा उठाएको थिए.
Experts have suggested taking UN Secretary General's Nepal visit as an opportunity.
जलवायु परिवर्तनका असरहरूले नेपालमा पार्न सक्ने कुप्रभावहरूको बारेमा चाहिँ प्रश्न उहाँलाई चाहिँ प्रश्न पार्ने र त्यसको बारेमा चाहिँ नेपालले लिन सक्ने लाभहरू जुन कार्बन को चाहिँ उसबाट हामीले चाहिँ जति पाउनुपर्ने क्षतिपूर्तिका कुराहरुमा नि केही प्राविधिक कारणले हामीले नपाइरहेको अवस्थाहरू छ. त्यो अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय मञ्चहरुमा अथवा संयुक्त राष्ट्रसङ्घका विभिन्न फोरमहरुमा चाहिँ नेपाल प्रोएक्टिभ रूपमा लाग्ने खालको प्रतिबद्धता नेपालले दर्शाउने कुरामा चाहिँ तयारी सरकारको तर्फबाट हुनु जरुरी देखिन्छ.
हाम्रो देशको खास गरी भूपरिवेष्टित अति कम विकसित र जलवायु परिवर्तनले सबभन्दा धेरै असर परेको र जलवायु परिवर्तनमा योगदान नगरेको देश, जलवायु परिवर्तनको निम्ति प्रदूषणका निम्ति हाम्रो योगदान छैन किनभने हाम्रो औद्योगिकरणहरू भएको छैन. तर हामी अरु कसैको गल्तीका कारणले सबभन्दा धेरै पीडित राष्ट्र हौँ। त्यसो भएकोले यो मुद्दालाई अन्तर्राष्ट्रियकरण गर्ने एउटा अवसर।
Gutierrez is serving his second term as the UN Secretary General. He is the former Prime Minister of Portugal. Finance Minister Prakash Mahath has reached London to attend a summit. Minister Mahath has reached the United Kingdom to attend a high-level investment summit being organized by the Nepali Embassy in London. He was welcomed by Nepali Ambassador Gyan Chandra Acharya at the Heathrow Airport. Minister Mahath has been accompanied by Federation of Nepalese Chamber of Commerce and Industries FNCCI President Chandra Dahal. An investment summit titled Emerging Nepal Opportunities for Impact Investment and Trade is set to be held on Tuesday, the 31st of October at the Mansion House in London. At the summit, Minister Mahath will present about the investment environment of Nepal, legal arrangements, government proposals and investment prospects to the British investors and development partners. Minister Mahath has said that the main objective of the summit is to create an environment to increase investments in Nepal. He will also hold parleys with British ministers during his stay in the United Kingdom before returning home on the 1st of November. Meanwhile, FNCCI President Dahal has said that there were several investment opportunities in Nepal, including hydropower and tourism. It is now time for our segment Public Polls, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Polls.
The question is, why are federal parliament and provincial assemblies deemed lackluster? Your options are A, unaccountable people's representatives, B, more concerned in power politics, and C, confusion of jurisdiction. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C, and then send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And now, before we wrap up, here's a look into the top stories one more time. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Gutierrez arrives in Kathmandu for a 4-day visit to hold high-level talks with President Paudel and Prime Minister Dahal today. UN Secretary General's Nepal visit to focus on climate change, peace process and economic development goals. Experts suggest taking the visit as an opportunity. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Israel's ground operation in Gaza marks the second stage of a long and difficult war with Hamas. Goal of the stage to destroy Hamas and return hostages. And hosts India take on defending champions England at the ICC Men's One-Day International Cricket World Cup today. England aiming to stun the informed Indian side. That is all for the moment. Our next English bulletin airs at 6 p.m. Thank you for staying with us. Have a beautiful day ahead.